Shams Charania. Hey, Shams, thanks so much for joining us tonight. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Kevin, thanks so much. Always fun to hang out with you and all your crew and talk basketball.
All right, I told Doris and Greg and David, just buckle up because we are going to be on a great ride with you. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. To take a look at the Nets, off to a great start this season, currently in second. And checking out Philadelphia, a game and a half out.
And for Philadelphia, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. The guard pair, Schroeder and Thomas. Nicholas Claxton out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Johnson in at the small forward spot. And for the 76ers, here we go. Inside for him, it's Martin next to Embiid. Running the wings, it's Oubre and George. And it's Maxey in at the 1. Here's Embiid. The rebound by the Nets. A fantastic stretch this group has strung together. 8 wins and counting.
No, this is a basketball team that's really humming right now. And what you love is they're working together as a unit, which makes it fun to watch. What I'm curious about here is when teams start to adapt and take away their best strategy, how do they keep the streak going? Really, really interested to see how this plays out.
You know, Shams, you cover transactions all day long, all season long. And the Sixers have not been shy about making moves.
No other team has been more aggressive when you think about trying to figure out this puzzle around Joel Embiid and around Tyrese Maxey. They've always been movers and shakers. This is a franchise that bears watching moving forward, just seeing exactly what moves they make.
They always make headlines. You're exactly right. It's Thomas outside. That shot misses. For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Oubre, no one around him. Cans it from downtown.
This guy plays with such a confidence, such an air. Kelly Oubre loves pulling up and taking those shots.
And it's good for 2. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. And they double up Maxey. Oubre on the wing. Thomas covering. Embiid wide open. No good on the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And as the salary cap looks set to rise significantly, Shams, any major effects that you can anticipate?
It won't be like the year the Warriors signed KD. They're going to smooth the cap's numbers, and it's not going to spike quite the same. But these numbers will continue to get eye-popping when you think about player salary, and you have to keep in mind luxury tax and the new second apron that came into play with the collective bargaining agreement, and that will play a part in how teams build, not putting yourself in a restrictive position to continue to build winning organizations.
A lot of moving parts to contend with, but boy, a lot on the horizon. They need this. Oh, what a dunk!
Out below! Oh, Paul George, let him hear you with that finish. That is nicely done.
Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now, here's Schroeder. This game he had 12. That's good from Thomas on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Oubre, outside. Off target from 3-point range.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
In the corner, Finney-Smith with it. Here's Schroeder. Buries it from 3-point range.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Hey, Shams, I know you're connected throughout the NBA into a lot of front offices, but have you ever thought about maybe shifting gears a little bit and working for a team?
There is always intrigue into something like that, Kevin, but I've seen how tough the environment can be, and honestly, it is really much more fun to be talking to you on this side of the media world and the media equation of the NBA. But listen, there's always intrigue with the front.
And a lot of opportunities. I know you're looked at, but thank you for your honesty in that.
And one of the many ways Maxey can hurt you with his shooting, lightning fast on that release.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Andre Drummond's checked in for Embiid. Yabusele comes in for Martin. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for George. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Kelly Oubre. Thomas outside. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. They're getting their first look at the season at the Nets in this one.
And two teams at vastly different ends of the standings last year. But they played each other to a draw. Such a crafty player. Lowry excels at using his body to draw contact.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Brooklyn?
And guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
We've also seen them show a willingness to take advantage of the mid-range opportunities. The defense conceding these looks, and they're cashing in.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. Good on the triple. Maxey's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the 76ers. Pass to Thomas. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Simmons with it. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Thomas finds Milton. The high post shot. No good that time.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
The shot by Lowry, no good. Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making things happen for the Philadelphia 76ers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
We have all these great foreign players. Maybe 3 of the top 5 players in the NBA are all foreign players, right? And so much was made of Anthony Edwards. Here's a 22-year-old American player who has maybe the charisma, the game, the everything you could package. It could be our next great player. Is there ever talk around the league about why are European players being so dominant? Where are the great young American players to compete against this great influx of international players?
The grassroots programs, you have to look at what happens abroad and in the States. You have to give a lot of credit to the way that they develop players. Over in Europe, in any of those regions, they do a great job, and those players are hungry, they're driven, they're passionate. They're trying to get here to the States and play basketball at the highest level in the NBA. And you see at the amateur level, there can be a lot of fluidity, there can be a lot of flux, and players are given so much so soon in America. So to be able to have that chip on your shoulder, to have the passion and to exude the confidence that Anthony Edwards has, the younger generation of players definitely have someone in Anthony Edwards to look up to.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. We've got Williams. Shake Milton is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Simmons. And it's Clowney in at the 4.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Top of the key. And the shot falls short this time. The 76ers lead. Hey, Shams, it seems like with these younger teams coming, we may be witnessing a transfer of power in the NBA. What do you think?
It's really due to the parity that we're seeing in the league. We haven't seen this much parity in a really long time. It's wide open for teams in both conferences, in the East and West, to claim that top perch. We have to give the league a lot of credit. There's tons of parity.
which I think is leading to expansion talk, correct? We've got so much talent right now, we can kind of let it ooze out a little bit to some other areas.
Certainly expansion, couple more teams in the league, but the league really loves where they're at now. And any given year, anyone can win.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Shake Milton, and Johnson subbed in for Williams.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Oubre. And the rejection by Claxton. And the ball goes out of bounds. As touched by Claxton. George is checked in for Philadelphia. Tyrese Maxey comes in for Kyle Lowry. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Nets. Cameron Thomas comes in for Simmons. On defense, the Nets. Outside, George. The 76ers with another miss.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
All right, Shams, I know you can't reveal all your secrets, but how do you develop relationships with your sources? The players, the agents, the GMs, the scouts all over the NBA.
It comes year after year. This has been something I've been doing for the better course of the last 15 years. So for me, it's about relationships, it's about daily communication, and making sure that I keep the trust, I keep the faith, and I keep a level of respect with everyone that I come across. Relationships are the name of the game, especially in the NBA.
Well, that's what I've heard about you. They trust you. So if they're going to confide, they know they can trust you. I would think that would be maybe the core of how you operate.
Trust and faith, and that develops early, not taking shortcuts. I'm very much for the long game.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
Well, you and I agree they do, David. Thank you very much.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And Simmons, he's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. All right, a chance to check out stats for Cameron Thomas.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
A 3-ball. Paul George grabs the miss. And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Oh, wasn't that wonderful? Easy to see why Shams has so many sources around the game. He's so easy to talk to.
Yeah, it's all about relationships at the end of the day. When the conversations come easily, that suits his purpose as a reporter.
There's Thomas, the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Thomas got 5 points so far.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Wasted no time on that one.
Oh, nice shot by Maxey. He is definitely a 3-level guy.
Here's Johnson. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. And that's 12 points for Johnson.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
29 seconds left here in the second. The 3 from George. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
The countless hours Paul George has put into that three-point shooting, a huge part of his development.
Back to Simmons. Banked in off the glass. Simmons got 4 points now in the quarter.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Pass to Drummond. Here's Maxey. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Brooklyn ahead, up by 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Here with Nick Nurse. Coach, the efficiency wasn't there in the first half. What adjustments do you need to make?
I thought we got pretty good shots, and if we're not going to score, it makes getting our defense set up difficult. So you got to keep shooting them. Hopefully we start making some of them.
You can't score until you shoot, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fans half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking out the shot.
Good evening, everybody. Can you guess what we're starting the show with? Wow, you guys are good. Time for the power rankings. And just to throw you guys a little curveball here, what's your take on the alternate floor designs teams are using these days?
It's different, that's for sure. Now, if you're watching TV, it jumps out at you. But the players on the court don't even notice it.
That's because you're always looking up at everybody, Kenny. Always knew what the floor looked like.
Switching back now to the Philadelphia 76ers, they've been fighting it out through the first half of play.
I like the way they've been running, pushing the ball, putting their defense on its heels.
Yeah, you love their tempo. When they play fast, they can put points on the board in a hurry, Ernie.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You gotta like what Cam Johnson has done in this game.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are one or two of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
George in the front court alongside Martin. Maxey and Oubre, they have the guard duties. And it's Embiid in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Lets it go from deep. That's good from Schroeder on the assist by Thomas.
3 points.
Schroeder's got the lead up to 5 now for Brooklyn. Maxey passes to Martin. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Brooklyn's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Chalk up 2 there. Johnson's got 14.
You can see when Cameron Johnson gets his rhythm, he is so effective on the offensive end.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for George. And how about his top 10 ranking in free throw percentage? A knockdown shooter, ultra reliable from the line.
And back to your point, number 2 in steals. He's just a tireless worker. Plays that hard-nosed, on-ball defense. Most guys just can't disengage from him. Martin with the screen for Oubre. Cranes it from beyond the arc. 8 points for him.
Now, he's got NBA range. There's no doubt about that. Oubre with 3-and-D ability on the wing.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Drills it from outside. Thomas got the lead back up to 7 now for the Nets.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Maxey sets a screen for George. Off target from outside.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. The 76ers trail by 7. And they double up Maxey. Oubre against Thomas. There's a good screen. Oubre, good.
I tell you, like lightning, Kelly Oubre flashes through on the drive. No one quick enough to stop him.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Paul George. And the Nets making a change here as well. Conley's checked in. Schroeder with the ball. And it's Martin picking him up. The Nets working the ball around now. A shot by Johnson, no good. The 76ers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Oubre, good.
This guy just plays with such a rhythm and timing. Kelly Oubre knows how to get himself going on the offensive end.
Good on the shot. 16 points for Johnson.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And we have a moment to take a look at the best three-point shooting teams in the NBA. Number 1, the Nets.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
1:58 left in the third. Oubre, good.
After taking some time to find his rhythm, he's been unstoppable since the break.
Outside Thomas. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
.146 left to play in the third. Johnson's shot is off. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter of the game. Martin with the bucket.
Oh, clever pass there from Maxey. So good at finding his teammates.
Fires from the wing. And he drops that one in. Schroeder's got 14 points.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Maxey looking it over. For the lead. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Thomas passes to Claxton. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball. Some changes for Philadelphia. Andre Drummond's checked in for Embiid. Yabusele comes in for Caleb Martin. And it's Gordon in for Kelly Oubre. And then for Brooklyn, Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Williams comes in for Johnson. And it's Jake Milton in for Dennis Schroeder. Here's Clowney, defended by Drummond. Pulls up on the wing. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the ring, but how about the finish with intention? Oh.
And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Simmons. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Shake Milton. Then it's Williams. And it's Clowney in at the 4-man position. Lowry from outside. The shot missing. Brooklyn's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Schroeder kicks to Williams. Here's Clowney. Simmons on the wing. Clock at 4. The shot, no good. Good D by Embiid. Lowry passes to Gordon. Embiid inside. Guarded by Simmons. Embiid inside. Simmons is there. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Buscele's got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for Philadelphia. Schroeder kicks to Simmons. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. The 76ers making a switch here. Oubre's checked in. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. Coach was really hyping up his guys. He told them, this is what it's all about, fellas. You're in this spot for a reason. Go out and take this win. See if they can follow those instructions, guys.
Thanks, David. Outside Gordon. Brooklyn with the rebound. Claxton's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Thomas finds Finney-Smith. Here's Schroeder. It's tipped. They recover it. Near the 3-point line, it's Thomas. And the ball goes out of bounds. As touched by Claxton. And let's see what the Nets have coming up. On Sunday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Sacramento Kings. And then on Monday, they'll take on Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
And for their matchup with Phoenix, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Harden's checked in for Yabusele. George comes in for Eric Gordon. And Maxey subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Johnson can't get it to go.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
And George with the stuff.
You see an opportunity if you're Paul George, say the athleticism is still a part of who I am.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordy Fernandez. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Schroeder against Maxey. Johnson outside. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Sinks the three-pointer. Thomas got the game tied up here for the Nets.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Down low. The jump hook. And it's off the back rim. No good. Nets have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Schroeder outside. To Johnson. Pass to Schroeder to take the lead. And the Nets another 3.
Dennis Schroeder has proven historically he is unafraid in big moments and he delivers big time.
Now here's Martin. Inside. Here's George. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now.
Boy, the 7-foot wingspan of Nick Claxton just contesting shots with great effect.
Thomas dishes to Johnson. Pass to Schroeder. Over Maxey. And it's Schroeder missing. The 76ers trail by 3. Oubre passes to Martin. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Excellent recognition from Kelly Oubre right there. Some solid sensing when one of his guys is open.
Schroeder passes to Claxton. Back to Schroeder. Money!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down to 1 in the bucket from Maxey. Brooklyn with the ball. And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Claxton the pass to Schroeder. Johnson outside. The 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Paul George loves delivering when the game is on the line at his absolute best.
And Jordy Fernandez has called a timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
Now Schroeder, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. The lead is 2.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
17 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And they go to the intentional foul.
Second team foul. At the line for your Sixers,
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
He's able to make it a 2-possession game with some solid work at the line right there.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for Philadelphia, Kelly Oubre Jr. taking 2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that will put them up by 2. And here's Schroeder. Kicks it out to Johnson. Over George. It's in! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Yeah, he shot the ball well enough to keep his team even. Let's see if together they can elevate past that.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Running the wings, it's Oubre and George. Inside for him, it's Martin next to Embiid. And it's Maxey in at the point guard position.
And you do not want to be on the receiving end of that. Embiid throwing it down with some funk.
And the basket by Johnson.
So those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Here's George. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the 76ers lead by 1.
Yeah, I love the way Paul George fights for position on the interior.
Here's Thomas. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
He's competed for every missed shot. Feels like he's quicker to the basketball than anyone else out there.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor as we've gotten this overtime period underway. For 3, Oubre. That one is no good. He is 6 for 11 in the game. To the inside. Here's Schroeder. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
For a guy who's a little bit smaller at the guard position, Schroeder is fearless. I think he likes contact.
Here's Maxey. Kept alive. Embiid, no good. Brooklyn leading by 3. Finney Smith with it. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Finney-Smith's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Every team in search of players with this skill set. Dorian Finney-Smith, the prototypical 3. And yes, he can D as well.
Pass to Embiid. Feeds away. Rebound, Brooklyn. Lets it go. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And it's an 8-point Nets lead.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to
a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Here's Maxey. Pass to Embiid. No good again that time. And here's Brooklyn. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Now, here's Thomas. Here's Finney-Smith. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Just 5 to shoot. Johnson for 3. And the 3 ball is good. Johnson's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
The 3 from Thomas. Off on that one. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And with that, they remain undefeated in group play.
And with just one group matchup left, it looks like we'll be seeing them in the next round of the NBA Cup.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Dennis Schroeder.
Listen, once you step in here, no, you can't go back. Try me, no one told you now, see, that's a no-go. Oh, she fine like when I'm dancing on a logo. But no, it ain't not for free. My minimum fee go crazy. I'm dropping them gems, no mate.